Hey, what's up guys? This is the Wonder Woman Tech and Tips video, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is, covering, lasso stance and sword stance, and those two in general, like, yeah. Alright, so here I'm going to pretty much cover her air control and lasso stance, which is her strongest aspect aside from damage, that she doesn't have in sword stance. And she has her jump in 3. That move right there, her Demi-Goddess's Might, down forward 3 in the air. Yeah, that's, you can see how much space it covers. And then she has this move, down back 3, which is an overhead. And it's safe, and the enhanced version is also safe, and it does a nice amount of shift too. And for this one, it's also safe, just depending on where you hit them. As close to the ground as possible, you will be safe. So yeah, so that's that, and then more air control and projectile wise, that's her straight tiara in the air. She has that one, that's down back 2. Has huge range too, it's very nice. And it's an overhead. And even though it's hitting like them at the knee, if they're crouching, it will still, register as an overhead. From the ground, down back 2 is her up tiara. It's good for people that are jumping around all the time, stay in the air like Hawkgirl. Like maybe pretend that's Hawkgirl coming. You just hit her like that. That move, her straight tiara, has a lot of space too. Only issue is that it's high, so it could be ducked. But you can also, if you're at a distance, you can meter burn it so that it's going to hit them on return. So they're forced to respect it, And up close too, it stuns them enough to give you a back one, So that's that, and then her anti-air options in this stance, jump in 3, that move, this move, if you time it right, that one. Oh yeah, her air dash. You have that move. If you time this one right too, it would hit them. This one, her straight tiara in the air, and her Demi-Goddess's Might are probably the best anti-air options and the best for controlling the air. Because in lasso stance, she dominates in the air pretty much. You just have to play it right. She has her spin, which you can combo off of with the back 3 after. She has her back 2 and her down 2. And back 2 is an overhead also, and it's safe. Feel free to throw it out there. And covers much range. And that's pretty much it for, like projectiles, air control, anti-air options and whatnot. Her 2 can also, it seems like it's also really good as an anti-air option. I never really tried it out, but just looking at it, almost, it's like kind of like a semi-uppercut a bit. So yeah, she has that, and covering her parry. This move, back 1, it's 11 frames startup. She can parry a projectile, get something in. Effectively 14 frames. Yeah, it's 14 frames also. The low. So yeah. And then also her EX lasso.
Face it, you're done.
I'll demonstrate that very quickly. Like I showed in the other video, see it does 9% on hit.
To Hades with you.
Okay, that's my buff. Oh, so let me just turn off his block. So that way he just wakes up.
Face it, you're done.
Okay, so that's my buff.
To Hades with you.
17% here would be the debuff, 22% is her
You're
boost.
done.
See, now it does 4.5. Did half of the amount.
To Hades with you. Face it, you're done.
Oh, I forgot the 2, but as you can see, even without it, it did a nice amount more. So yeah, that was just covering that. And now for her pressure. Ooh. So yeah, that's pretty much why you want to incorporate her trait canceling. It's just that, you know, the cancel advantage on it is really good, and it helps her gameplay a lot. And you can cancel from sword stance to lasso stance also, but the point for trait canceling is just to get into the sword stance, because that's where she's best, you know, on block, you know, especially up close. So I'll cover her strings that she can cancel into. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1. Back 1, 1. Back 1, 1, 3. 2. Back 2. Down 2. Down 1, 2. No. 3, 3, 3. So as you can see, he's trying to interrupt it because there's a small gap, but he can't because the gap isn't large enough. So I'm going to just whiff the first hit so that you can see it. Ooh. There. And I believe that's it for that stance. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, you know, once you get into this stance now you have a whole bunch of options. You can pretty much just repeat that. Oh, and also to show you guys really quick, like a pretty high damaging combo. Ooh, I almost got it. Oh, I'll just do the meterless version. Hold on, I'm just gonna try to get it down just once, just so you can see it. That's the thing that I hate, because I'm trying to cancel into the shield toss, but it's part of a string that starts off after forward 1. Alright, never mind, I'll probably get back to it later, but anyways. Yeah, that move, the one that I'm trying to do, I tested it on Killer Frost also. It does 56% for 1 bar. And even though it looks like simple, it's honestly not, just because of that last set of 1, 1, back 1. I'm trying to just do back back forward 1. So yeah, I'll just cover her safe strings in this dance. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, back 1, 1, 1, 2. You see, like the other string, he tried to interrupt it, but he can't. So I'll still show you that. And she has advantage. Yeah, she can follow up after it. Oh, and yeah, with that too, her shield toss is also safe, unlike the tiara. Oh yeah, back 2, back 2, 3, back 2, 1 isn't. It's -8 though, so I mean, technically unsafe. And I'll just get into that more. Forward 1, forward 1, 2. I believe that covers everything of hers that, you know, is safe. But yeah, back 2, that's part of her mix-up game, her 50-50. Because yes, you know, it's a low starter, low overhead, low. And each one gives her a nice knockdown. You knock them down, you're still safe to dash in right on top of them. Sword stance. So yeah, then I'll just cover the bash move just because it's safe, you know, leaves her an advantage. You know, with the smaller characters, her back 2 will connect. You know, they don't even need to be moving forward, they will hit them. I don't know why for the bigger guys, you know, it actually pushes them back further. I'm not sure why. I guess, you know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I don't know. So yeah, I'll just cover her strings that, you know, that was 1, that was 1, 1, 1, 1, back 3, forward 1, ooh, hold on, forward 1, 2, forward 1, 2, 3, I don't think it's cancelable, nope, down 1, back 2, 2, 2, 2, back 1. Oh, that's another safe string. 2, back 1. And back 1 also. Which other one was there? Oh, down 3 is also another safe string. As you can see, she has enough advantage to, you know, repeat that over and over. And what was I missing? No, I believe that covered everything. So yeah, that's what she can do. You know, her jump in 3, all of her jump ins are safe, well, except for jump in 1. But it's only at certain angles where it's not safe. You know, like right there, it's definitely safe. And the ironic thing is, it's difficult to connect stuff after the jump in 1, even though that's the most safe, you know, jump in that she has in sword stance. But the other ones are easy. You can follow up with a 6-frame move. You see? After the jump in 2 and 3. You know, that's something to keep in mind. She has a 1-frame parry that is safe on block. And then I guess her projectile. This one definitely seems faster than her tiara move that does the same thing and does cover so much more space, like distance wise I mean. And her shield toss, that one too, underground. It's almost the same distance as the straight tiara, but it just extends itself a little more. Let's see if I can demonstrate it. See, it doesn't reach him all the way. Ooh, god damn it. Because I mean, even that one, it still covers a lot of ground, but you know. When you're playing her, yeah, you see? When you're playing her, sword stance is what you want to use more defensively and later on in the game. Or you can use it offensively and, you know, the entire time if you even feel like it. But it's best used, you just want to establish a life lead. That's all it is. And then once you get that life lead, that's when you want to switch into sword stance. Because she takes so much less chip that, you know, that's what really is a game changer. And in lasso stance too, as in sword stance, once she gets a life lead, approaching her is actually a pain, you know? She has this move. Her forward 3 is, you know, pretty fast, and it, you know, a lot of range too. Like it moves her, advances her forward a nice amount. She has this move, you know, that she can keep you in line. Her back 1 has a lot more range than I think expected. Same with her 2. And they're both pretty fast. Her 2 is 9 frames, her back 1 is only 11. Her 3 also. And it's a low. And then in this stance, even though her dash isn't the same, her dash here is a little slower. That much is true. However, she does cover more ground when she moves forward. And then don't forget this move, you know, it's like, look at how much ground it covers. And oh, this move is unsafe up close, but if you have some distance, it now becomes safe. It's like if you tap them with it, then you're okay, you're good to go. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And even in this stance too, her back 2, you know, look, it has decent range, and it's a low too, also 14 frames. And then her 2 also has a nice amount of range. You know, not the best, but enough to, you know, keep her space nice. And she can use her shield toss, the EX shield toss, which pulls you in a bit, and she can follow up with her bash. See, they're like trading hits, but you know, it's still an example to show that she can do it. Even though it says that she's neutral and block. And yeah, that move in general, you know, it's like you try to move forward, she does this, and now you're trapped, pretty much. You're frame trapped. See, just a little example, you know, I guess how you would play the game.